Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Chaos Rain. This is the first chance I've gotten to pick up a camera since, a while pretty much. But yeah, I am here bringing you a deck profile to start things off. Well, first off, is my Madolche deck. This is actually my girlfriend's Madolche deck, but, I made it, so I like to say it's mine. But, every man knows it's his woman's. Anyway. 2. Pudding Princess. She's the boss monster of the deck. She basically clears the field of indestructibles, clears the field of back row, and just in general clears the field. People usually run into her unexpectedly and stupid stuff winds up happening. Obviously the Rhoda, or the Stratos, whatever you want to call it, triple moduline. Self-explanatory, search for any Madolche. 2 Chevalier. It's very important that you protect your moduline from being attacked, so you might as well force the attack to Madoche Chevalier. 1 Bapple. I found myself, if I played 0, it would be very bad because I have no real monster defense. And playing more than 1 was also bad because I dead draw into the second one. But 1 just seems to float just fine. He's a perfect floater in the deck. Double Madolche Butler-esque. You need the field spell, and he becomes a 2000 hitter. Not a bad trade-off for terraforming, in my opinion. Triple Kitty, or Mewful. He is a marauding captain. Special summons any one of the other Madolches in your hand. Some of them, of course, you don't want to special, but it's all depending on what you feel like. And, of course, the 3 field spells, Madolche Chateau. As you know, it's broken. Instead of going to the deck, they would go to your hand. And thanks to the new ruling on Solemn and Solemn Judgment, Warning and Judgment, if your opponent warnings or judgments your Madolche monster, it still returns to your hand. 1 Book of Moon. You need to protect those monsters. You need to book those enemy monsters, any high-end monsters your opponent may have. 2 Pot of Duality. Not a very big spell count in this deck. It's mainly traps, but it'll change in the next set. But Pot of Duality helps you get to those key traps or key monsters depending on what you need, or even the field spell if you want to, and set up plays. You don't special summon much, so it's not really a minus. 2 safe zones. I found running 3 was a little pretentious, and I ended up hating myself for it, so I'm only running 2. And I traded my other one anyway, so who cares. Triple Phoenix Chain. Basically, you don't want to run Effect Veiler because you need the graveyard empty for Pudding Cess, so Phoenix Chain is your out for it, and not to mention it stops the attack. So if your opponent has a giant monster, you can just say, no, your monster's not attacking me anymore. The Solemn Brigade, self-explanatory. Dark Bribe, self-explanatory, or maybe not. Long story short, MST, Heavy Storm, stuff like that, you want to protect your field spell, you want to protect your safe zone, you want to protect your back row, and yeah, it helps. Double Compulsory, gets rid of Xyz, stops OTKs, gets rid of combos, just shuts down people. Double Bottomless, well, I shouldn't even have to explain that. Triple DP. Boss monsters, getting rid of those high-end monsters that annoy. Double Mirror Force, self-explanatory. Stop OTKs. Starlight Road, also self-explanatory. Dark Hole is still a hindrance. Torrential is still a hindrance. Even if they go back to hand or deck, it's still a hindrance. And not to mention, if you really feel like it, you can fling out a free Stardust, which this deck has done once, but usually it just doesn't. For side deck, we have 1 Ultimate Offering, 1 Transmigration Prophecy, 3 Guardian Iatos, just in case you want to add a beater to your deck, 2 Madolche Lesson, the 3rd Compulsory Evacuation, the 3rd Butler-esque, and 2 more of Bapple. If you're running against a high-end monster deck and they keep rushing you and rushing you. This actually helps. I've actually had a game where I sided out my Butleresques for 2 Bapple, and they could not get over my wall of Bapples because they were at 22 defense, and they kept switching their monsters to defense. Triple Forbidden Lance. You know, you need the Forbidden Lance for pretty much anything. And the single MST. I was thinking of taking this out for something else, but I can't think of what yet. The extra deck is kind of small because the new set isn't out, but right now all I have is 3 of these girls and 1 of him. More than likely I'm going to end up trading 2 of these, but yeah, he's actually helpful. These, if you want to ultimate offering the triple modulate. Anyway, thanks YouTube. This is Chaos Rain yet again. I'm glad to bring you another deck profile. Hope you enjoyed it, and long story short, just hit me up on your thoughts. One last small little thing, I am looking for these for trade: 2 Secret Mirror Forces, 3 Super Dark Bribes, 1 Secret or Ghost Solemn, and 1 Secret Book of Moon. The main wants right now, though, are these 3 secret. If you get these 3, I would probably trade you almost anything I have for them. Except for, obviously, anything in main decks or something. Anyway, peace out, YouTube.